Hello and welcome to Handmade by Hannah with me, Hannah. And this beautiful little girl is my granddaughter Alicia. Say hi.
Hi.
And what we're going to be doing today?
We're going to be making a cake.
Exactly. So I'm going to be making a cake. There's lots of different ways to make a cake, but this is how Nanny Hannah makes a cake. So if you stay tuned, and I'm going to be instructing Alicia on how to make everything. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so here we are in my kitchen, and Alicia and I have got everything ready to make the cake. So the first things first, Alicia, is we've got to put the oven on, ready to heat up. So let's go over to the oven, and we're going to heat it up to 180.
Should I shut the door so the doggies don't come in?
Then we're going to make sure that our shelf is in the middle of the oven. Like so that can be heating up while we make the cake. Okay, so first off, going to set this up. So I've set it to grams. So first of all, Alicia, I want you to get 4 eggs. 4 eggs and weigh them for me. And Alicia is wearing one of my beautiful bracelets that I've made. And she's also wearing a pair of my earrings that I made. Okay, now what does that say?
2.34.
Let's have a look.
Wait, no, it's not for me.
So that's 234 grams. So that means now we're going to weigh our self-raising flour, our caster sugar, and our butter. They're all going to be the same weight as our eggs. So we're going to go off and weigh them, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, so you meet us back again. We've weighed out all our ingredients. So we weighed our eggs first, and the eggs came to 234 grams. So we've weighed the exact amount of sugar, self-raising flour, and butter. So now, Alicia, I want you to put the sugar in with the butter. That's the flour. That's it, sugar. And then we're going to whisk this up until it's to a nice creamy consistency. So off you go, love. A little bit longer.
It smells good.
Right, okay, you can turn it off now. Right, I'll just look after that for a minute. Now I need you to crack the eggs into that bowl there. So all 4 eggs, got to crack them into there. Whoops, make sure there isn't any shell in there. That's it, just put the rubbish in there. That's one egg.
So you said it doesn't matter?
No, it don't matter if we break the yolk, because we're going to whisk it up in a minute.
Sometimes I'm just scared to do it. I'm scared.
Go on. That's it. That's 2 eggs. Three. And 4. Right.
Can I wash my hands?
Wipe your hands on there. Because of course we washed our hands before we make the cake. Didn't we? And get a fork. And you need to just whisk that up a little bit. So, whisking with a fork. You sort of go in a round motion. So we go like this. Like that.
Spinning.
That's it, beat it up. No, it's the air in. Right, let me have another go. Looks cool. There we go. So we've whisked our egg up. Now we're going to bring our cake mixture back. And I'm going to give you, Alicia, if you get the whisk. So we're going to put a little half the flour and half of the egg, and then whisk that bit up then with your whisker. Make sure you keep it down in the bowl, otherwise it will go everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so while she's still whisking, I'm going to add the rest of the flour and the rest of the egg. I'm just going to keep whisking until, I hope you can hear me over the machine, so we get a nice smooth consistency and no lumps. Sorry. There you go, keep whisking for a minute. Gonna do it for about a full minute. Make it nice and creamy. Also, while we're whisking, it's whisking air into it, so it'll be nice and fluffy. Okay, turn the whisk off now. Okay, so you get a spoon out of the drawer.
This one?
Yeah. And then we need to check the consistency of it. So, whoops. So you spoon a little bit in and then drop it down again into the bowl. Not, you mustn't shake it because we want to know what it's doing. So just tip it. Yeah, it's quite a nice. For me, that's a little bit thick. So we're going to add a little bit more. We don't want it like Yorkshire pudding batter, but we want it a little bit thinner than that. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk. There we go, then whisk it up again. Roughly a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Getting heavy. Okay, so what we can do now is in here there should be, not very prepared, are we? So if you scrape the edge and scrape all the bits into the middle of the bowl, stuff that's around the edge, use the other side. Use this side, look, like that. That's it. You done the whole edge?
Mm-hmm.
We'll mix that bit in. Okie dokie. Let's see what the consistency's like now. So it's like a runny consistency. It's not.
Yes, right.
That's all right. Okay, now we're going to half it into our already prepared baking trays. So I'll help you. Whoa, that's enough. That's enough for that one. Whoops. And then this one.
With the rest in this one?
Well, not the rest, we'll just see how we go. Right. A bit more in this one. And then put a bit more in this one. It's quite hard to film and help Alicia at the same time. Alright, I'm just going to get the scraper thing and we'll scrape that round.
Did I lick this?
Yeah.
Yummy.
Okay, so if you just spread that out a little bit, just so it's in the corners, spread it all out. Now I've used tin foil because I couldn't find any greaseproof paper, so the tin foil works just as well. That's done, that one's alright. I'll spread that one out. Okay.
I didn't know because they were hot.
Okay, and then I'm going to put them in the oven, and they'll need to be in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes on 180 degrees, which I will do, Alicia, because...
Can I open it?
You can open it. But I'll put them in because it's very hot. Okay, so they go in the oven. So they're in the centre of the oven there, on 180 degrees. I'm going to do that for,
I know I'm not allowed to.
first of all I'm going to do that for 15 minutes and then check them.
I know I'm not allowed to eat it.
Okay, so we're going to let that do.
Is there any
And
icing?
look at the lovely mess me and Alicia have made.
Is there any icing?
We're not icing it yet, we've got to wait for it to cool down first.
Yeah, but is there any icing what we could do and
No.
use it?
Not yet. We have got icing sugar.
Okay.
We just haven't got that bit out yet.
So
Okay,
we'll
so-
definitely have to tidy this up.
Yeah, so me and Alicia are going to tidy up while the cake cooks. And then once the cake is out and cooled, we will put it together and ice it. Okay, say see you for now. Say bye for now.
Bye for now.
See you soon. Okay, so now you joined us back where the cake I let cook for 15 minutes. Woo! And I'm doing this bit because it's too dangerous for a little one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to poke in the middle of the cake, and also I feel it. And so when you feel it, it's supposed to sponge back up again, and it isn't. So I'm going to let it do for another 5 minutes, and then that should be ready. Then I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to cool them, and then me and Alicia are going to decorate them. Okay, so see you soon. Okay, so here we are. Cakes have all cooled. Jessica's my daughter. Alicia's my granddaughter. Alicia's going to put some butter in a bowl for us to make some butter icing to put in the middle of the cake. So you just put some in that bowl there then. So it's roughly half butter to half the amount of icing sugar. So if you use 100 grams of butter, you need to use 200 grams of icing sugar. So we're going to sort of guess.
I think we'll have to try and guess.
Right, I think that'll be enough. Okay. So just pour some icing sugar in. She keeps insisting on taking it out of the box for some reason. Keep going, keep going.
Should that be enough?
Yeah, that'll be enough.
The right amount, and now whisk it.
Yep, now whisk it.
It's going everywhere.
It's alright, keep it in the bowl. So keep going, it turns into butter icing. Okay. Turn in a minute. There you go, look, it's starting to go now. It's starting to go now, look.
Oh yeah.
There you go, keep keep going, keep going.
Oh, it's starting.
Yeah.
You're so clever. How did you know?
There we go, all done.
Done?
There we are.
Then put this on.
Put that on there, yeah.
We'll tidy up after. Do we need a knife?
So if you hold the camera a minute, while we film Nanny, while Nanny puts the cake, nice cooled cake on the plate. Got it on there?
Looks like squares.
Yeah, made a square cake. Okay. So if you do, I'm going to get some warm water in a cup.
Just warm water, not cold. Warm. Water steaming. Steaming, steaming, steaming.
There you go. So now dip the knife in the hot water. That's it, to warm up your knife. And then you want to scoop up some of that with your knife.
Why do we need to warm
Because
it?
help you spread it better.
And it falls off.
Let's get a spoon first.
It does not go well with a knife.
Right, get a spoon then and put.
I'll just get it on this and then
Get it on there first, then spread it about.
I'll try and get enough for
We only want you keep half of that because I'm going to do another cake with it. I don't need too much. Right,
Should be enough.
try that.
And then if it's enough, then the rest can be for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. It's just like making some toast because it.
Well, that's why they call it a Victoria sandwich.
Duh.
That's it. You want to. That's it. You might want a little bit more.
Done?
Yep. Okay, now if you hold the camera. We've now got some strawberry jam, which I'm going to put on the other side.
I don't like strawberry jam.
Huh?
I don't like strawberry jam.
Oh, I've put it in loads of your cakes that I've made for you.
I don't like strawberry jam.
You do, Alicia, because I've made you loads of cakes with these.
Well, my
jam.
birthday one.
Yeah, all your birthday cakes I've made.
Yuck.
They've all had strawberry jam in them.
Yuck. That's disgusting.
When you eat it with all the cake and you eat it with the icing sugar, you won't even notice it. And then we sandwich it together.
Can I do that?
Like so. There.
It's done.
Right, now we're going to make some glacé icing, we call it.
Can I do it?
Yeah. So if you put a little bit of icing sugar in that bowl. That's it. And then we need to get a spoon.
Spoon? What spoon?
Get a teaspoon. No, a teaspoon. There.
It's so
Right, now this can be quite temperamental, so you sort of make your icing into a little well. So make a little hole in the middle with your icing. That's it. And then we put a tiny drop of water in. This is warm water.
What, in the hole?
In the hole. Just a tiny bit. There we go. And then mix it in the middle. And then let the ice and sugar fall in as you're mixing it. So if you move your hand down a bit so I can see. That's it.
Why have to mix it all together? Oh, it kind of started.
Yeah, just keep mixing. We only use a little water at a time, so if you use too much, it makes it too runny. So the little goes a long way.
I can tell why you didn't put that much water in.
Yeah. So keep going.
So far it's doing good. This looks so gross making it though, doesn't it?
Why does it look? I don't think it looks gross.
Well, the way you make it just looks disgusting. To me, I think. It's like half and half. Don't tell me my clothes is going to get dirty again. Oh, so we need to make sure there's none of
Yeah,
this.
you got to mix it all together. And if it starts to look too stiff, we'll add another drop of water. Which I think it is, isn't it? So we might need another tiny drop of water. There. And then mix again.
We actually need to make sure it's not too thick.
Yeah, we don't want it too thick and we don't want it too runny. Because it'll
Just make
it'll
the
just
cake
run off the
disgusting.
cake.
Yeah, and it'll make it really horrible. I think a little bit more water. So it's supposed to be runny?
Yeah. I think that might be it now, so just keep going.
No way this is going to turn out runny.
Yeah, it is. Trust me. You didn't believe me that the butter icing would turn into butter icing.
And it did. I'm hoping it's going to. I think a little bit more.
I'm getting there. I think it's still a bit stiff, so we need a tiny bit more water.
Let's get it off my spoon. Yeah. This looks. We'll probably need no more water. You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me. So you got to wait. What you got to do is make sure it coats the back of the spoon.
Why?
Because that's how you know it's ready. So if it coats the back of the spoon.
So it's ready.
Like that.
It's ready.
Okay, make sure you get that rest of that little bit of powder. Yeah, good mix.
And then mix with the powder.
That's it.
The bottom's probably the bestest part. Let's get tired.
Right, so what we're going to do now is then you're going to pour it. Just pour it into the centre of the cake. Using your spoon. So pick the bowl up like you did with the cake mix. And then pour, that's it. Pour it all into the middle.
Why in the middle? So all of this
Yeah, all of it. Put all of it on.
So all of this should cover the whole cake?
It might not cover the whole cake, but it'll cover most of it.
Well, would we need to make another one?
We just want it to cover the top, really.
true.
Okay, you take the camera and I'll get the rest out.
We need to make sure to get all of it out.
That's right.
And we need to make, it's pretty much just the top what we need to cover. We don't really need to cover the end bits.
No, and then you can use your knife again.
So we don't really need to do this bit.
No,
at all.
we're just going to do the top.
Yeah.
So if we use the knife and put it in the hot water again. And then you can just spread that out carefully.
So
Or just over the top of the cake.
just slowly so it doesn't cut the cake.
Yeah.
It's doing good. No, it might not be enough.
So you can turn it round if it helps, like that. If you feel that the icing's sticking to the knife too much, you can dip it back in the water again.
Could we do that with the spoon as well?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
That looks like it's all covered.
It is. Now quickly, before it dries, you need to put your sprinkles on.
And then we're done.
Yes. Well, that's not very sprinkled, is it, you nugget?
Oh, Freddie.
This is Alicia's. Oh dear, this is all going wrong now.
It's fine. It will look like that. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It can be like...
So gently sprinkle your sprinkles, not like Alicia has, and put them in one big lump. That's better.
That was funny. You're going to throw it better.
That's it. And that is our homemade cake. Oh, apparently it needs more sprinkles.
A little bit more.
Okay, Alicia, what did you think of that? Do you think you know how to make cakes now? Do you think you know how to make cakes now? Oh, she's going to put some... No. Keep the lid on. You just pop it on. So this is called... Let's show the camera. So this is called edible glitter. So she's going to just pump some of that on it as well.
Oh, sparkly.
Is it coming out?
Yeah. And that's our cake.
And that's our cake. Did you want to put the other stuff on?
Yeah.
Did you want to put the other stuff on? So we're going to pretend it's someone's 20th birthday. And Alicia wants to put some candles on here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to let her get creative.
2 and 1.
I'm just going to put some candles on it. Oh, she changed her mind about having that one there. She's going to move that one over. And there we have it. A homemade, from scratch, birthday
Done
cake.
pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
So how did you think that was for your first time, Alicia? For your first time doing a tutorial with Nanny and baking a cake?
It was fun and it was good.
Good. Do you think you'll make a cake like that again?
Definitely.
Okay. So it's bye from me. Bye from Alicia. And say, I hope you enjoyed watching.
I hope you enjoyed watching.
And I may be back again to do some more.
And I'll come back again to do some more.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, bye.